They say if you don't have the perfect thumbnail for your YouTube video, well, no one's gonna click on your YouTube video to watch all that effort that you put into making that YouTube video. So in this video, I'm going to show you the best way that I know how to make a thumbnail. Here are some thumbnails I've made for this channel, and if you think any of them are any good, I'm gonna walk you through a process of how to make one, specifically how to make the thumbnail for this video. I'm gonna be using a service called Canva, which you may or may not have heard of. Canva's been making a lot of noise in the last few years. They are a fantastic tool for you to make anything that involves print or video, period. There's a free version and there's a paid version. I will be using the paid version, which is called Canva Pro, and you can get a free trial with Canva Pro. You can pay $15 a month, or you can do a yearly plan. You save 33% with that for $120. Just to note that this is not sponsored by Canva. This is genuinely the tool that I use to make my thumbnails, and I hope will be of use to you. So Canva has a desktop app and it has the web app. You can download the desktop app, which is what I'm using. When you open up Canva, it'll take you to your homepage and it'll give you a kind of high level of all the thumbnails that you've made in the past. Here's a quick look at some of the ones that I've made. But I'm going to make one where I'm going to separate myself from the background. You're going to need Canva Pro for that. And then I'm going to take a picture of myself holding a card, and I'm going to replace this card with the YouTube icon because I want the thumbnail to be how to make the best thumbnail in Canva, and I want to be holding the thumbnail. I'm going to be replacing it with the YouTube icon though. This is kind of going to be my placeholder, and I'm going to take my photo with my iPhone, right? So nothing out of the ordinary here, no fancy cameras, no nothing like that. Just Studio Pro, which again, you can use for $15 a month, or you can do a free trial so you can try this out for yourself and see if it works for you. Okay, so first and foremost, we're gonna have to take our photo, and I'm gonna pretend like I'm taking the photo with the yellow card, but I'm gonna drop the yellow card because I wanna get my fingers to where they should be for me to like supposedly hold this thing, right? Okay, I'm gonna make it like a shocked, not a shocked YouTube face, but like a reaffirming, like, yeah, we know what we're doing YouTube face. So we're gonna drop this, get a couple options. I mean, it may seem really silly, but you need as many options as you can possibly get. Okay, we have those options. I'm now going to airdrop them onto my computer. All right, I got 10 options here. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our downloads and look at each photo and just see which ones we think look best. So that one I look a little kind of smug, not a bad one there. Don't like that one, don't like that one. That one's okay. Don't like that one, don't like that one. That one's okay. That one's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight the ones I do like. So I'm gonna take those three options, go into Canva, and I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna type, I'm going to create a YouTube thumbnail. Now it comes up automatically with some templates that you can use. And these templates are awesome. There's a lot of them that are really cool that you might have seen in YouTube recently in some of the videos that you've watched. But I'm gonna show you how to use one from scratch. I'll walk you through the template one as well after we do the scratch one. But for now, we're gonna create one from scratch. So I'm gonna say, create a blank YouTube thumbnail. And in our uploads, we're going to take our three photos, 1, 2, and 3, and just drag them into the uploads. Let's do this one first. And all I do is I just click on the image once, and it'll pop up in Canva in the frame that I'm using. Now this is set to the YouTube thumbnail dimensions. You don't have to mess with the dimensions at all. This should be good to go. The photo that I took on the phone is more of a square versus the YouTube thumbnail that I need is more of a rectangle. So what I'm going to do is grab the corners of the photo and drag them to the corners of the YouTube thumbnail template. This will obviously make my photo bigger, it'll fill it up, and we'll have more space to work with on the top and bottom if we want to adjust things around. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove myself from the background. Now remember, you need Canva Pro in order to do this. Once again, you can get a free trial from Canva, or you can pay $15 a month or $120 a year to get Canva Pro. Well, what you're going to do is click on the photo and then click on Edit Image. And then when Edit Image opens up, you're gonna see this beach ball that says BG Remover. Now the BG Remover has a crown on the lower right. That'll tell you that it's a Canva Pro product, that you can only use it for Canva Pro. Now all you do is click on that beach ball and Canva will automatically remove you from the background using AI. It is absolutely incredible, and it only takes a matter of seconds. Canva did its AI work in the background and it removed me from the background. It separated me from the background, if you will. So the background is now gone and it's just me in a white shirt holding absolutely nothing. This is exactly what I wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself in a fake background. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go into elements here and I'm going to type in Video Studio. And you'll have a whole bunch of options that you can work with. Anything from graphics, photos, videos, shapes, etc. I want photos. I want it to look like a real video studio. Let's grab this one with all the screens. So I'm going to click on this. Now it's going to come over me. I'm going to go ahead and size this to what I need it to be to fill the entire screen. You're probably saying, well, it's covering me. And yes, it is covering me. But all I have to do is right click on here, go to layer and say send to back. And now I automatically go on top of the previous layer. I can click on myself and move myself to wherever I need to be. I can even make myself a little bit larger, so I take up more of the real estate here. You can always shrink this, by the way. We're at 133%. So I can move this down to 100 or even smaller to what like an actual YouTube thumbnail looks like, something like that. So I have a better understanding of what I'm working with, what it'll look like, but I'll move it to here just for us to be able to see what we're doing. One of the things about taking a photo naturally is that when a subject is in focus, the background, sort of similar to behind me, is a little bit unfocused. So what we're gonna do here is click on this and go to Edit Image and hit blur. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna say I wanna blur the entire image and I want the intensity to be 20. Go back and now my image is blurred. I'm popping out a little bit more from the image, which is great. Now I look a little yellow in the photo. That could be from the iPhone, it could be from the lighting in the room. I'm gonna go to Edit Image again, go to Adjust here and adjust temperature. You can also hit Auto Adjust. If I hit Auto Adjust, what'll happen? That just made me more orange. I don't like that. So I'm gonna hit temperature here and I'm gonna go down to the blues a little bit, bring my tint up just a little bit, or bring my tint down a little bit, bring my brightness up just a smidge, bring my contrast up just so I pop a little bit more, bring the blacks back. Last but not least, we're almost done. We gotta add the YouTube icon and maybe some text that just says best thumbnail ever. Who knows, right? We're gonna find the YouTube icon thumbnail. In Elements again, I'm just gonna type in YouTube icon and a whole bunch of stuff pops up. I'm going to hit graphics and you'll see a whole bunch of stuff that comes up here, right? Or instead of icon, you can just say logo. And yeah, granted, it won't show you the actual YouTube logo, but it'll give you a whole bunch of stuff here. Now, if you want the actual YouTube logo, you could very realistically go to Google and type in YouTube logo and just grab this thing right here. Go to Canva, go to your Finder, grab the YouTube icon and drag it over to Canva. I'm gonna click on it once, it pops into my hand. Now, we have some white border around it. So this time I'm gonna hit Edit Image again, hit Background Remover, but watch what happens. It's going to remove the play button white part in the middle too. I want that, but we'll fix that in a second. So I'm going to shrink this a bit, make it look like it's in my hand. Now, one issue that I'm having here is that I can't get my fingers to realistically look like it's holding this YouTube logo, right? If I send this backwards, then it looks like my fingers are over the logo. And if I send this forwards, it looks like the logo is over my fingers. So how do we do this in Canva? It's not as sophisticated as Photoshop where I can just kind of like mask around. The simplest answer is kind of a crude one. We're going to duplicate me and make a second version of me. And then use those handles that I showed you before and bring them all the way to just show my finger. And we're just gonna highlight the tip of my index finger. So now it looks like my index finger is in front of the logo and my thumb is on the back of the logo. Very simple, very quick fix, but it works especially when you're looking at the logo like that. Let's fill in the missing white part of the play button. That's easy to do. We're gonna go to Elements and just type in white. We're gonna want a white graphic. A circle is good. We'll make that small. We'll put it right there, make sure it covers the play button. And you guessed it, we're gonna go to Layer and say send backwards. And we're done. Last thing we need is some text that says best thumbnail ever. Now, Canva's got a whole bunch of preset text designs that you can use that are pretty cool. And in this case, I'll use one of them. So let's say this one. Type in thumbnail, best thumbnail. And if we want to add a third one, say ever. You can grab this and actually decrease the size of your text. You can shrink this from this handle right here, put it right there so that it's easy to read. Now, what if you want it to pop a little bit? Then what you can do is go into effects here and say something like lift and bring the intensity up so it pops from your background. Notice the little shadows around my fingers. And yeah, I don't know, that looks like a pretty good thumbnail to me, right? That could be a way that you put a thumbnail together from scratch. So a pro tip, if you want to make changes to your thumbnail, if you want to play around with it a little bit, but you don't want to mess with the original one, all you do is you hit duplicate right here. It'll make a second page of that same design. And this is all under the same design. So if I go back to home, by the way, in Canva, there's no save button. So if I go back to home, you'll see that my project is right here ready to go. All I do is double click in there and we're back to where we were. So there's no save button in Canva. It automatically saves everything in the cloud as you're working, which is one of the huge benefits of Canva. Absolutely love working with it. But if you have more things that you want to do, let's say I don't like this font, I want to try a different font. I can go over here, try a different font. Let's say this one instead. All right, perfect. I can go into the text, I can go into spacing, increase the line spacing or increase the letter spacing so that the I and the L of thumbnail are a little further apart from one another. Let's say I want to shrink this overall just a smidge. And now we have this here. Perfect. So now you can actually go back and forth and look at these two and do an A/B comparison, right? YouTube is introducing the A/B comparison tool. You can kind of do some A/Bing of your own in Canva by seeing which version of the thumbnail you like better. You can make as many duplicates as you want and see what works, try different backgrounds, try different photos of yourself, all that kind of stuff. But a very quick photo I took of myself on my iPhone, transferred it over to my Mac via AirDrop, took that and uploaded it to Canva, very easy. Separated myself from the background with one click using Canva Pro. Again, you have a free trial. Again, this is not sponsored. I just highly recommend using this service. And then putting a stock background behind you, blurring it out a little bit, putting some text, putting some creativity in there to make sure that it looks like I'm holding the card in a very specific way. And now you have the best thumbnail ever, question mark. Is that enough to entice people to click on it and watch this video that you are watching right now? Hopefully it did its job. Let me know in the comment section down below. Now let's say you want to create another version of this using one of the templates that they have. So you don't have to go and make a new project. You can actually go and say, I want to erase all of this, all of it go away. And now let's go to design. We're going to go to the templates right here. And we're just gonna pick one here. Modern thumbnail design, boom. We're gonna hit that, add as new page. So all you do is you grab this person's image, you delete it, go to your upload and grab an image of yourself with this lovely photo of me wearing this hat. I'm gonna hit edit image, background remover, and there you go. Gonna expand this just a smidge so I can cover the top and the bottom so there's no wasted space here. Okay, all right, my face is in its place. Now I can type this in and say best thumbnail ever, question mark. You saw how quick I just made that. That took me 30 seconds, maybe a minute, to make a pretty decent thumbnail in Canva using one of their templates. Canva is an amazing tool. Give them a try. I will link down the trial link for Canva Pro below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, my name is Amir. This is ARK Overload. I'll see you.